Hey y'all, it's Jay. So I wanted to share with you the results of me straightening my hair, my natural type 4 hair, after 2 years of no heat. But first I thought I would briefly take you through my natural hair journey. So like most African American young girls, when I was a kid, I went ahead and got that PCJ, that press and comb in a jar. You know, I wanted my hair to be straight. And then in 2010, I stopped getting perms. So in 2010, I stopped getting perms, but as you can see, I continued to straighten my hair to maintain that pressed look. And I continued this throughout the years. So in 2012, I'm still wearing that straight pressed out look, as well as wearing sew-ins. In 2013, around the time that I was in college, I would try to play with my natural hair and kind of just wear it in natural styles. But of course, those stringy ends from years of heat training wouldn't allow me to be great. So you see me experimenting a little bit there. And of course, continuing to wear my sew-ins. And then if you take a close look, 2016, my hair still has not grown past neck length. And that's after 6 years of being quote unquote natural. So I was finding that to be very frustrating. 2017, you would see me try to play with these natural styles. But again, the hair was just not cooperating because it had been heat trained, so I still had those straggly ends. And then December 2017, I finally said enough is enough. This is the last time I'm using heat on my hair, and this was one of my last sew-ins. I think I had a sew-in right after that, but it didn't require heat. But this was my last sew-in that required me to put heat on my hair. And then that's when my wig journey pretty much began, you guys. Early 2018, you see me rocking this wig. I actually made this wig. This is me and O in Jamaica. But this is when I finally said, you know what? I'm done manipulating my hair. I'm done messing around with it, putting tension on it. I'm just going to protect it and cover it up. But I still hadn't taken that final step to do the big chop and just kind of start over, basically. But June 2018, that all changed when I did finally do the big chop. And this is my big chop, June 2018. Some people would call this a little big chop because, as you can see, I really didn't have to cut off a whole lot of my hair. I just got rid of those damaged ends. And you can still kind of see the ends being a little bit stubborn, but I was afraid to do a big chop, so this was my version of the big chop in 2018. And then I didn't really know what to do with that look, to be honest with you guys. I didn't really feel like that was me. Years of wearing my hair straight or in a sew-in, I just wasn't really ready to be about that look or that life. So you see me here with some braids shortly after my big chop, just trying to figure it all out. And then in November 2018, this was how my big chop had grown out. So my fro had started to grow a little bit. It was still pretty short, though. I would say this was maybe neck length. So we're now in November 2019. December 2019, or next month, will truly mark my 2 years of no heat. But I decided to go ahead and get my hair straightened and see not only a length check of where I am, but just to kind of do some things different, kind of have a different look. And also, since I'm pregnant and I don't know what to expect postpartum, I really just wanted to kind of get an idea of where I stand. So I went to the hairdresser, and y'all can see I am extremely tender-headed. I do not like this at all. But yeah, guys, let's take a look at the finished look. Okay, guys, so this is the result of me having my hair straightened. Overall, I will say that I do like the results, and I'm pretty impressed with
how good it came out, considering that I haven't pressed my hair or put heat on my hair for 2 years. December of 2017 was the last time I actually put a flat iron to my hair. So pretty much 2 years of no heat, and my hair was actually pretty cooperative. So these are the results. This is the back. Overall, I'm pretty happy. The one thing that I did not like though is, and this is partially my fault, or probably a lot my fault, but I did not take my braids out and detangle my hair before I went to this hairdresser. So basically when I got there, I was rushing trying to take my braids down, and you know, she proceeded to take a comb similar to this one and just start raking it through my hair. And for type 4 hair, as many of you probably know, if you have type 4 hair, you can't just go in with a comb combing through your hair, because you're going to lose unnecessary strands. So for me, usually when my hair is in its coily state, I wet it and then I detangle it from the tips upward. And sometimes I even use like a conditioner while I'm doing that, so that I don't have to basically rip my hair out of my head. I had to tell her that, but she was like, no, that's not really the best technique, because you end up, what'd she say? You end up tangling your hair. Like, no, boo. Maybe that's what happens with you, but that's not what happens with me. And that's my issue with hairdressers. I feel like they think they know everything. Like, if a person is coming and telling you how to treat their hair, you know, take heed to that. Like, yes, I'm gonna let you do your job, but put some respect on my strands, boo. You know, that's what I'm saying. I do feel like I lost more than what was necessary. But you know, that's my fault. I should have came prepared and probably should have been more vocal with her about how I wanted her to treat my hair during the detangling process. But you know, you live and you learn. You know, treat your hair like your child though. Don't be afraid to speak up for your hair, especially if you are putting it in someone else's care. Say, I'm pretty happy with it. I'm hoping that I get to keep these strands, because I keep hearing about postpartum shedding, and I don't know if it affects everybody. Fingers crossed that I get to keep this hair and that it stays on my head after my son gets here, but we shall see. I did think that it would be a little thicker or fuller, but I mean, it's pretty thick. I guess that's subjective. I just thought that 2 years of very little manipulation and no heat, my hair would just be super thick, super full. Like I said, it is pretty full, but I have seen girls with thicker, fuller manes. But that's okay. We're not gonna play the comparison game, because you know, everybody's journey is different. And same with you guys. If you're looking at my hair, you don't have to compare yourself to nobody else, because the journey is your own to be had, okay? As far as length, this is about how long I thought it would be. And this is actually the longest it's been. So I'm pretty happy about that. We have a ways to go before we get to bra strap level, which, just to give you some perspective, my bra strap is here. You can see my hair where that stops. So we got a little bit more work to do, but we will get there. It'll be really interesting to see how my husband reacts to this, because it's been a while since he's seen my hair pressed out. It's been a while since he's been able to just run his fingers through my hair. I don't plan on pressing my hair out very often. Like, once this shrivels back up and coils back up, that's it. It'll be a done deal for the next year or so. Because what I'm seeing is I'm getting the best results from just low manipulation, no heat, and moisturizing. That's pretty much been my priority with my hair for the past 2 years, and I'm seeing pretty good results from it. I will attribute some of this to pregnancy, because they say your hair just grows a lot when you're pregnant. So we're just gonna kind of see what my hair continues to do. After this, guys, you will see me back in my wigs all day, every day. That's just my comfort zone right now. It's low maintenance, it's easy, it's protective, and you will see me throw those wigs back on. But I do plan on getting it clipped because clipping your hair is an important part of helping it to continue to grow. So that's definitely on the list. So I don't want y'all thinking, oh, it look alright, but she need to clip them ends. Okay, guys, so this is the finished look. And hubby is in the shower upstairs. So we're going to see what he thinks. We're gonna see what he thinks about wifey's new pressed out do. I'm excited to see his reaction.
Oh, that's it here.
Yes.
I saw your camera, so it was kind of nice. Hey, it's nice, mama.
You like it?
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
It looks good, feels good.
Yeah, why was he burning last night? I'm joking. That's your real joint?
This is my real hair, baby.
That's nice. I haven't seen old in a while.
Exactly, that's what I said. So I wanted to get your reaction because it's been like 2 years since you got to touch my hair, play in my hair.
I'm so used to you having done a wig. I could have swore it was a wig.
You thought this was a wig?
I'm so used to you trying to cover it up. That it seems every time if I do see it, it's like, well, that probably be a wig at this point.
Yeah. I thought I would give the wig a rest just this one time, but of course I'm gonna go.
Nice though, babe.
Thank you, babe. I'm gonna go back to protecting it because that's the reason why it's healthy, you know, because I leave it alone and I look like Lil Bow Wow most of the year.
Hair nappy, but I'm happy, pocket full of dough.
But
I don't know what bowl or it's pretty nice, Mom. Pretty nice.
Good job. I'm glad you like it.
At first, as I told you, as the first glance as I saw it, I would thought it was a wig.
Yeah.
Just because I'm so used to you wearing a wig and not used to seeing you let your hair out and down.
Yeah.
And that shit is nice.
Thank you, baby. I'm glad you like it. I hope you enjoyed this hair journey update. Let me know your journey. Where are you in your hair growing process? What are your goals? Are you natural? Are you permed? Are you pressed? If you are natural, when is the last time you pressed your hair, or when do you plan on pressing your hair? And what are some of your beliefs about natural hair, helping your hair to be healthy and to grow? Drop and share your comments down below, and I will see you next time. Bye.
Are you me lover, you me want to be my only cheat. Girl, give me your finger, me have to put a ring on it. Night nurse, me addicted to your nightly trick. Never get a loving like this, like this.